YouTube? Welcome back to a new video. Currently leaving my office right now. It is about 1 o'clock on Thursday. If you can see right here, I have a box. This box has a new set of test pipes in it. My last set of test pipes we had to revise. I also have a strange whining sound that's been coming from the front of my car. We thought it may have been my power steering fluid, which we topped off and we replaced it too. But one thing that we realized is it could be the pulleys. So we're gonna replace the pulleys today. And then on top of everything else, I also have a vacuum leak. So I'm gonna go through the car, get a bunch of stuff dialed in. I'm gonna install the new badge, show you guys how to do that. And just I don't know, just a quick little vlog. So sit back, relax, and let's go. I've yet to see Mike's car in person. They're so busy here now that I have to park in the front. Usually I get VIP in the back, but these guys are staying busy as hell. So I'm over at Precision today. Only shop I go to. Look at those BBSs, man. Damn. It's a moment. Oh, bro. It looks crazy.
Look at it in the sun. You're looking at the shaded side.
What do you think right now of it?
Honestly, I love it.
What was your first reaction when it came out of the paint booth?
So when I first, it's like imagine when you got your car wrapped.
Yeah.
And you saw the color and you're kind of like what I said too, right? Except it was better.
Yeah, it was 10 times better,
yeah, it
dude.
was better than what I expected.
Wow. Dude, it looks amazing. Did you think the gold wheels would look as good as it does? Because it looks amazing.
I figured it would suit the car and the color. But I didn't expect it to suit it this well. Dude,
it looks amazing. And this is San Marino from BMW. Is this 101 in the world?
101.
Damn, and this is carbon underneath too.
Yeah, still carbon.
It looks amazing,
I
man.
left like a bunch of areas exposed carbon. Like the hood, I left this area. And then like here, I left this.
Oh yeah.
And then like the vents.
Wow. What a car. What do people do when they drive by them on the freeway? Do they freak out?
So I drive with the windows up always on the freeway, and then I have AC on, and like I just hear somebody honking at me, and I turn over, and every time I turn over, there's like, yeah. And then like when I was actually driving back after I picked up the car and got the wheels on, there was like probably 15 people that did that, except one of them was a bike, and I had the windows up, you know, just cruising it, and I hear, and you know when a bike revs it with you, like on the freeway, you're like, oh shit, you're getting too close to him, you know, so I like swerved a little bit, and I turned over, he was like one lane over, and he's just like, I'm like,
that's so sick. Have you ever gotten this much attention in a car before?
No.
Because this
tops off every car
breaks
I've ever owned.
necks, dude.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Well, congratulations, dude.
Thank you.
Wow. Figure one up. Oh my god. Oh my god. My whole body. Damn. That's terrifying, bro. Damn. That hurts. So once again, back at Precision Dynamics, the only shop I go to in Costa Mesa for my M3. There's a couple things we're doing in this video. I'm putting on different test pipes today. I also have the new M3 badge I'm putting on from Mashimaro. On top of that, I've had this whining sound in my car, and it sounds like a supercharger. A lot of people think my car is already supercharged when it's really not. When honestly, it's just a pulley from my understanding. So in here, I have like a whining sound, I'm not sure, but apparently the pulley is going out, so we're gonna have Mike explain that on video to show you guys the issue. And then on top of that, I have a vacuum line issue. We'll pull this off and then I'll check in with you guys when we get everything off. Holy. That's it.
We should do a video of like us cleaning Spencer's like web.
And okay, we're back again. Last time I wanted to have you show the idle control valve when we have it out. Now we have it out.
Yeah, we have it out.
Can you explain how this works?
Yeah, so it's basically an electronic module, just like everything else. It's kind of like the throttle actuator in a sense, where it's an electronic component that's mechanically controlled. Inside of here, there's a valve that opens and closes, allowing airflow into the field breather valve as well as into the intake plenum, bypassing that and going direct passage into the intakes themselves right here. This is one of the passageways.
So with these, why do they go out so often?
Well, over time they wear. It's just like the throttle actuator, right? It wears down right here. There's a little butterfly valve inside of here. Over time, it can wear down a groove inside of here, which can allow more airflow to flow in. Okay. Or this can fail in general, and if it does, it allows too much airflow in or too little. You want to have this to allow a proper amount of airflow. So imagine when your throttles are closed, it's able to regulate how much air is flowing in, just so it can idle correctly.
That makes sense.
And if it's not enough air, it opens, and if it's too much air, it'll close.
And this is really popular, isn't it?
Not as common, but it is common.
Okay.
Every car has this, that's NA.
And can you show where it goes to and how it goes in everything?
Yeah, so we already have all this stuff up. It's actually back here, behind, inside of the passageway. And it just kind of hangs out inside here, popping into here.
Is there one of them or two of them?
There's just one.
Okay.
And then there's a connector right back here. You see this one? And that connects to here, which actually goes to the intake manifold.
Okay.
So, and then we can just clip this back on right here. If you'll allow me.
It's definitely a hard spot to get to.
It is. It's a very tight spot. So.
And then in order to get to it, what do you remove?
So you remove the intake manifold. There's 4 10mm nuts that are on here. One here, one here, one here, and one back here. And then we pull out the vacuum pump that's right here. That's held on with 2 10mm bolts. Once you get those 2 off, there's a clip right here. Lift that up, pull it out of the way. There's one connector that connects to it. We remove more than we need to just for filming purposes, just to be able to show everybody how it is.
Yeah.
But it's relatively easy to do.
Okay.
There's one connector, which I didn't plug in, underneath the idle air control valve, which is this connector right here. This one. But you can pull it out this side, or you can pull it out on this side too. This side's a little harder to pull off. It's just a little bit more annoying. So for the purpose of what we're doing, I just put off this end.
And since the main reason why we're in here is because I told you roughly 8 months ago that I had a vibration issue. That was the first thing.
Yeah.
Which you think it was a vacuum line, right?
Vacuum line or a vacuum leak anywhere.
Okay. And can you show me that part that has the issue?
So it was originally this one. Wears down over time, removing, kind of just slowly deteriorating it. It's hard for us to see it now, but when we had it inside the car and the clamp was tightened, you saw the little cracks that were
I
in
could see it, yeah.
So we're just replacing it. This is like $160 from BMW.
And what is that exactly? Like, it's
This
a
is
vacuum?
just basically just an intake duct.
Okay.
It basically just allows it to suck in air. It goes from the idle air control valve here. It's actually this way. From here. And then these are the 2 that goes into the channel for the air into the actual intakes themselves underneath the butterfly valves.
Okay, got it. So then beyond that point, the main thing that I wanted to get fixed today was the car was making a whining sound. All I want to know is, what is that noise? We first discovered that we thought it was the steering, what is it? The power steering fluid.
Yeah.
But we changed it out, replaced it, and then you said it was the pulleys making that noise.
So it was making that noise only at idle and slight load, which you were doing when it was turning a little bit. But then the sound that we were actually hearing was some of the pulleys. Your belts are also old anyways, so we're just gonna change out both your belts. So this is the alternator belt. Down over here on the left hand side, let me get a light real quick. Down here, there's another belt. This one's your AC belt. So this is your tensioner here, and then there's one more tensioner here, and then your idler pulley, which is right here. So we have all 3 of those.
What do the tensioners do exactly?
So tensioner is going to allow, basically it's just going to apply pressure or tension to the belt themselves, so that it doesn't allow it to slip too much. If it slips too much, then it'll start skipping, and if it skips, that can cause noise belt or loss of cooling from the water pump right here, or voltage drop if it's on the alternator, which is down here. Or if it's on the AC, you won't have as much AC, it won't be as cool. And then it's also onto the power steering pump, so you have loss of pressure on the power steering too.
And can you show us the new parts that we're going to put in?
So I'll grab that right now.
And you recommend, these are all OEM, right?
Yeah. So we got OEM. The only one I didn't was the idler pulley, which is made by Berke, which is this one, idler. It's the same thing, company makes it for the OEM.
Okay.
And then tensioner, your alternator tensioner. And then this one right here would be your AC tensioner.
Okay.
So we're just gonna replace all of them. And then you got your 2 belts.
Okay, and do you recommend doing this? Is this something you have to do, or only if you hear symptoms?
Well, you have symptoms, and at the same time, as a general rule of thumb, if you look at the belt and it looks a little worn down, you just change out the belts. But if you're already there, why not change these? Okay. A lot of times people wouldn't realize it, right? They'll hear like a humming sound and they think it's normal. They buy a second hand, they heard this humming sound. Well, it's normal, but
it's not normal.
It's not normal.
Yeah. What would cause the humming sound?
There's a bearing inside of here, as you see. So it's kind of like a skateboard, right? When it wears down, you're gonna have that, weird sound. So it's metal sound. There's also grease inside of here. It's ball bearings. So there's a bunch of ball bearings inside here, as well as grease. Over time, when it gets too hot and spinning all the time, it can actually wear down the grease or the ball bearings themselves. gets worn down because metal contact. And once that happens, then it's basically smaller ball bearings and it's a lot of play.
Okay.
So with the added play, then you get more sound.
Let it go. Can't hold it back anymore.
It sounds much better if you just listen right here. The car does need to be cleaned, but we have the test pipes on it now, which I'll show you guys in a bit. But we do have the new M3 badge, which looks really clean. Hey, so I'm back in my office right now. I'm just finishing up editing the video, and I didn't insert the part of us installing anything or the result afterwards. I talked to my technician Mike, and he said that he has a couple other ideas of what it could be, but I still have that high-pitched whining sound. Nobody's fault. I mean, it feels much better. The car feels healthier and stronger, and the vibration issue I had before with the vacuum leak is completely gone. So my idle is completely set at like 500 to 600. It feels good to have new pulleys in there and the belts, but that whine is unfortunately still there. I didn't want anyone in the video to go out and buy parts and then still have the same sound when I'm still dealing with it myself. So I'll do my best to do more research and fix the problem for you guys and for myself to figure out what the hell this noise is. Back to the video. So you guys can see behind me that the car is all cleaned up. I just drove down to Huntington Beach to do a quick car wash because pretty much all day long when the techs touch the car, there's always like thumbprints all over it. So I wanted to clean it up as much as I could. And I'm on a parking structure right now, as you can see. Dude, this car is coming together so well. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that that reflector was orange. We just wrapped it last night. Thank you to my roommate Fat, I appreciate that. It is so much better having this thing ceramic coated. When I washed it, I'll insert a clip right here. You can see that in that clip, it's just so flawless. I literally just drove down PCH and the water flew off the car. So it's so much easier to maintain. And just to wash it is, you know, a 5-minute process now. You can see here, look at the paint, dude. So as you saw in the video, I did replace, or I did add a badge. This is from Sean at Mashimaro. Thank you so much, dude. This is awesome. This badge is better than the other ones I've seen because this one's smaller. The ones on eBay or Amazon, they're huge. These ones are not as big, so it looks much more stealth, which I prefer definitely. And then, obviously, the whole point of today, the main reasoning why I went into the shop was to get the pulleys and a vacuum leak replaced. You guys saw in the video, the thing is that I feel bad is the noise is still there. It's not completely fixed, but it is better than what it was. So I do have plans to go ahead and do another video talking to Mike about what else it could be. This car just could be making that noise. I honestly don't know. It is kind of frustrating, but that's how things go sometimes. And the thing is too, is that it's not broken. It's just making a weird noise. There's no symptoms, it's okay. But the idle is much better with the new pulley and everything, and the car just feels much stronger. I'm honestly super happy with where the car's at right now. Even though we did have that issue where we didn't fix the sound 100%, it does feel much better and much stronger. In the next video, we'll talk to Mike about it. But thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.